What's up, peeps? It's me, your boy MC. Welcome back to Lego Therapy. We are live in the Lego Lounge. Lego Light is on. Peeps, it is the finale of the Batwing. And I've been playing ridiculous amounts of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Sort of. I don't play like every day, but when I do play, I just get sucked in and it's so hard to get off. It totally messes up my sleep. It went in and off. It went in and off. What went in and off? Oh. It's just one of these remotes, you know? They're very finicky. So yeah, the slightest button touch and it'll turn itself back off. What's up, Joe? How's it going? It's on. Oh, it went on and I got you. I was like, it went out again? Oh, man. JDP! What's up, buddy? This music is too loud for me. It's aggravating me. All right, that's better. I know it doesn't sound as loud to you guys, but for whatever reason, it just sounds really loud. Actually, when I took my computer in to get worked on, that was one of the things that the guy commented about. He was like, your speakers are really loud. I was like, I know. I like that about this computer. I wish the computer didn't have the issues that it has. I hear you, Joe. I have days like that as well. Backdrop. Does this call for the... No. Yeah, I bought this computer right at the beginning of 2021. And I did a lot of research. And had I bought this in any other year, probably I wouldn't have had the problems that I have. But everybody that I've talked to about it since then told me that the problem is it was a 2020 computer. And everything built in 2020 is kind of not so great. He literally said to me, and I was very saddened by this statement, but the guy had said to me, this computer could just die any day. You just never know. Like, I don't have viruses. I didn't have any major issues, really. I guess it was mostly updating stuff and drivers and crap like that, but he's like, it could just die at any time. He's like, I wouldn't keep anything important on the computer, which I'm not. I do have external hard drives for all my content, but yeah, that makes me nervous. And I'm still unfortunately dealing with some issues as a result of the fallout from all this stuff. As it turns out, the software that I've used for years now to record my videos, one of the things the guy did was update my computer to Windows 11, which I would not have done had he not done it. But he felt like it was necessary, so I just let him do it. He's the computer expert. And now the software that I use for recording does not like Windows 11. So I'm going to have to find an entire new software and learn an entire new software in order to continue making my normal videos. Obviously, this is just streaming on StreamYard, so not an issue. But as far as making my normal content, I'm kind of at a standstill right now until I can find and figure out some new software. which is very frustrating because I don't like learning new things when I got something that was working well. But I'm doing all right, JDP. I'm just like I said, I'm a little frustrated with the computer situation right now. We gotta go out of town for 2 days. My daughter's having some performances, and so I'm not going to be able to do anything with it really this weekend. Hopefully next week I can get something solid figured out with the computer, but as of right now, I'm just kind of up in the air. So that's why I said, I'll go ahead and do a live today. I wasn't originally planning on it, but I wanted to get something out there this week. So, but I'm all right otherwise. I'm mostly okay. Everybody's saying, "Hey, what's up, Big Max?" Big Mac, sorry. Welcome, welcome. Crawl out from the fallout. What are we falling out? I hope there's no fallout. Into my loving arms. My DaVinci updated today, and it has some changes I have to get used to. Is DaVinci is that a software you use? I have all my stuff is Logitech. I've got Logitech cameras. Well, this is Blue Yeti, but my mouse is Logitech. So I just went with Logitech software. It's called Logitech. It was called Logitech Capture, and it was so easy. That's what I liked about it. It was very, very easy, very plug and play. You don't have to know a lot about recording in order to use it. It was very, very simple, and now it doesn't work. So, yeah, I'm just at a weird place right now with my recording software. I got to find something new, and I'm hoping to find something as simple as Logitech Capture, but so far I have not found anything that is quite as easy as Logitech Capture, which is quite frustrating. At least they're streaming. I know the frustration. Yeah, I mean, you guys know I'm not a big streamer. I do it once in a while, but it's not my primary thing. I do like my long form videos, but when you spend 4-something hours recording, and then you go to review what you did, and there's only 22 minutes of video. That was not a good day. After Friday, that's it for my content. I do have a review, 94% finished, but I'm waiting on a replacement wire to finish the review. Well, it's all good, Joe. You got an audience, so nobody's going anywhere. Everybody understands. Everybody goes through tough times. Nobody's judging you. Yeah, it's your editing software. Okay. And then there's another review ready to be exported, but I can't export it until my wife gets paid, so I can pay for my CapCut. Oh, I don't use CapCut. I use Wondershare Filmora, which is free and works great for editing. But now, like I said, I'm at a weird place with my recording software. So that's my dilemma right now. Thank you, JDP. Woo! Oh boy, a little voice crack there. I just ate. I got crud still in my throat. Phil, I'm trying to teach myself OBS, but trust me, dude, it is not as easy as Logitech was. Again, obviously I can't keep saying Logitech, Logitech, because Logitech doesn't work for me anymore. But Logitech was very, very simple. All your setups are on the left-hand side. Your screen is on the right-hand side. You don't have to create, like, the one thing I figured out about OBS is I can create a lot of the same designs. Like I can have the full like screen like this, or I can have my top-down screen. But like, you know how I do the split screen a lot of the times where my hands are over on this side of the screen. My hands are over, I don't know, I'm reversed. But anyways, my hands are on one side of the screen building, but you see my front shot on the other side of the screen. Like I have to build that in OBS. Whereas Logitech, it was just a preset button. I just click it and it was already there. So I liked that. It was very simple. But again, I understand that's not an option anymore. So I might have to figure it out. OBS is probably the route I'm going to go, unless I can find something more along the line of what Logitech did. I really liked Logitech. It was very, very simple. It was so dummy proof for dummies like me. Yeah, it was a bad day. I was having a very bad day after I spent all those hours recording, and then to find out only 22 minutes of it, and it was only the last 22 minutes of it. I wish it had been like the first 22 minutes, because I could have at least used that and tried to recapture some of what I did. There's a video coming out tomorrow that will explain it, but yeah, it was not a fun day for me. I was very distraught, very upset. On the upside, oh, well, thank you, Joe. I greatly appreciate that. I know I'm not the most exciting streamer, but I do like to hang out with the peeps. You guys do help bring some joy into my days. I am sure it took me a bit to figure out OBS. Yeah. I think if I spend some time on OBS, I can get it to, I can create my own presets that will match what I had in Logitech Capture. But again, that was the nice thing about Logitech. Now, I think having talked to some people that are really smart on OBS, I think OBS has more functionality overall, but I don't necessarily need all that functionality. So yeah, I was really happy with the product I had, and now I don't have it. So it's just frustrating, but I don't want to spend this whole stream complaining to you guys. I'm just kind of trying to let you guys know what's going on with me. You know, I feel really bad. I've been super behind on not only creating my own content due to my computer issues and health issues and other things going on. I've been terribly behind on watching everybody else's content. And again, we have to go out of town for a couple days. So that's going to put me more behind. I'm hoping next week things are going to get settled down and I can try to get back on a normal pattern of things. But right now I've just been all over the place. So it is what it is. I apologize and I hope everybody understands, but it's just where I'm at right now. Home in my shoes saying what's up to everybody. Yeah, it was very nice, man. It's a very, very simple layout. Like I said, it's recording app for dummies. Like it really was so simple. It's just quick buttons. And then again, for somebody who's not really technologically smart like me, it simplified a lot of things, like with fine tuning the image, you know, like lighting. There were certain lighting effects that were built into the thing, and it's just buttons. It's just click, click, click. It's not like sitting there fine tuning a slider or whatever. Like that stuff is way above my knowledge level. So what's up, Breezy? I I haven't started building yet, but I'm about to. But it should be good. It's the last 2 bags of the Batwing. And then I grabbed a couple extra sets over here. So I'm sure this is going to be done pretty quick. Because like I said, there's only 2 bags. And I figured I'd let you guys decide what you want me to build on top of it. Or if everybody's bored, we can just go home. Reminds me of when I recorded a video and instead of recording it, it just took individual photos. 6,000 photos later. And some secondary recorded audio, and I had a somewhat usable video. That is wild. Yeah, that would have even been better than what happened to me. Like I said, I was recording for like 4 and I don't even know. That was the thing. So when I'm recording my normal videos, I'll record, and then when I get to the point where I finish a bag, I'll pause, I'll take my pictures, because it's just silly it's pointless video to be in there. It's stuff that I don't have to go back and cut out. So I'll pause it, I'll take my pictures, I'll get everything set back up, and then I'll hit record again. Well, I accidentally hit stop, which is not a big deal normally. I would have just started a new recording and spliced the 2 recordings together. I've done that a bunch of times. Well, I hit the stop, I realized I hit stop, and I was like, out of curiosity, let me just go see how long this video has been thus far. And it was only the last 22 minutes of the video. And I was like, oh, no. And so then I spent like an hour or more trying to see if the video was somewhere else on my computer. Had I done something messed up? And I couldn't figure anything out. And then the next day, after I cooled down and I woo-sawed a whole bunch, I decided to test it out. And I set the camera up and I just hit record and I let it record for a few hours. And then I finally just was like, all right, let me hit stop. It wasn't recording anything. It was just recording the desk. I wasn't even here. After a few hours, I looked at it. I think it was like 2.5, 3 hours, something like that. I hit stop and there was only the last 12 minutes of content. So I was like, all right. And I started doing some research. Apparently Logitech Capture was actually discontinued a few years ago, which is weird because you can still download it. But as long as you still have Windows 10 and the old Windows drivers, it seems to work fine. But now that my computer is updated to Windows 11 and all the new drivers, it doesn't like it. So that's my dilemma right now. I was hoping to get ahead on videos, but the new Rocket League season dropped. So that's going to take up some building time. What is Rocket League? I'm not sure what that is. I hate when simple interfaces get reworked. Google Picasso did that to me, and it was perfect for my photo workflow. Yeah. Again, I don't know enough. Apparently Logitech Capture was just discontinued, but it was still working for me because I was still on the old Windows, and so it wasn't a problem. But then I started having issues with the computer. I took it in to get worked on, and the guy was like, yeah, we need to update you to Windows 11 and update all your drivers and da-da-da-da-da. And then now Logitech Capture doesn't work. Rocket League like Pokemon. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know. I was into Pokemon like heavily in the old days. Oh, does this? Oh, this flips up. Oh, it's just a couple of crowbars just in his in his little storage pouch here. That is cool. All right. That's kind of funny. I don't know why he's got crowbars just in his Batwing, but all right. Rocket League is car soccer. Oh, it's a video game. Okay. Cars and soccer. I still love Pokemon, play the cards with the kids, and Pokemon Go is my only phone game. I never got into Pokemon Go. Uh, and in fact, for a while, I had gotten off of mobile games altogether. Now, I still play. I got back into playing mobile games, but not nearly like I did. At one time, it became an addiction. I recognized that it was a problem, and I had to just delete all mobile games from all my devices. I was spending way too many hours trying to keep up with the mobile games, and I was like, "This is dumb, MC. You got other things to do with your life." So I eliminated mobile games for a while. I'm playing them again, but on a much smaller level than I was back then. I'm not playing any of those team games where you've got like you got to play with other players. None. I only want to play games that I play by myself. I can play for a few minutes and get off. That's where I'm at with mobile games. But never got into Pokemon Go. I used to love, the Pokemon games. I never got into the cards. I guess people love the cards, but that wasn't something that, well, I've told you guys before, I grew up poor. So collecting things like that back then, when I was a kid and when that stuff first became popular, just wasn't in the budget for me. But it just never, am I supposed to build two of these? I'm supposed to build two of these. Shoot. It just never was something that I got into. But I get it. I get that people love it. But it just never was my jam. I liked Arceus. It was pretty cool. It was about the discovery of Pokemon, like an Oregon story. Oh, okay. It was on Switch. I never got into that either. I still love Nintendo, and I love especially Zelda. Zelda, I think, is one of the greatest franchises of all time. I can't say there's ever been a Zelda game that I didn't like. However, since the Switch 2 came out, I refuse to buy them. I do not like the new policy that Nintendo has, and I imagine other consoles are going to go there eventually. But to my knowledge, Nintendo is the only one that has this policy now. So my understanding is the policy was written to prevent people from modding games. They didn't, for whatever reason, Nintendo has beef with people doing mods to the games. And so their new user agreement that you have to sign up for if you buy a Nintendo Switch 2 basically gives Nintendo the right to, because there's no physical games anymore. Everything is digital, from my understanding. But even still, your console has to be connected to the internet. And so because of that, you don't actually own your console, even though you paid for it. Nintendo basically owns your console. And so if you do anything they deem inappropriate, right? So again, my understanding is the initial purpose of this rule was to prevent people from modding games. However, it's a slippery slope, because I guarantee the wording is such that they can just use anything that they don't want you doing, and they can shut your console off forever, and they can shut your account off forever. Like you had a Nintendo account, now you don't. And I totally disagree with that. Even though I don't mod games, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. But like I said, I look at it as a slippery slope, because if they're saying right now, hey, we're using this rule to stop people from modding our games, what happens when you're playing an online game? Which, again, I don't do much of that. But what happens when you're playing an online game and some 12-year-old kid comes and starts talking trash to you, and you say, shut up, idiot, go away. And Nintendo goes, oh, you were harassing him. And now they shut your whole console off. Like, I don't agree with that stuff. So I won't buy another Nintendo unless they decide to get rid of that policy. But that's just me. I still have my Switch one, and thus far they have not required me to sign any new agreements with Switch one. Come on, guys, let's get MC. Oh, some likes in here. I appreciate it, man. It's all good. I'm just happy that people are here actually listening and watching me. I'm always just happy to have my friends here in the chat. What? Oh, okay. I see what they're doing here. Bear's playing through Lego Batman. I've been watching. Dude, Lego Batman is amazing. But I'm playing it on PC, not playing it on Nintendo. I wish they had it on Switch, Nintendo Switch One. If they had it on Nintendo Switch One, I would absolutely be playing it on my Nintendo Switch One. But again, I refuse to buy that Switch 2. I'm not signing that user agreement. It's crazy to me. But yes, Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight is the best of both worlds. Because I played all of the Arkham games back in the day. I played them all. In fact, I still have them all. They're all on Steam. And I played the crap out of those games. Insane amount of gaming. And it's got the best of, the Arkham gameplay. In fact, I read the other day that one of the developers from the Arkham Batman series helped develop Legacy of the Dark Knight. So it makes a lot of sense. But these are the guns. Oh, look at the guns. These are dope. Let me switch cameras. Look at those guns. Man, those are beautiful. Yeah, it's got the best of both worlds. You got all your silly Lego-ness and all the goofiness of that, but then you have all of the awesome gameplay style of the Arkham Batman games. And also, one of the things that I really love about this game is the creators it's a love story to Batman fans. It really is, because they decided to include stories from all the variations of Batman, going all the way back to the 1960s Batman, all the way up till today. So, in fact, it's kind of funny because when Joker first comes into the game, it's the Jack Nicholson Joker. And then, well, actually, it's Red Hood, which if you know your history of Batman, you understand that. But then he becomes Joker as Jack Nicholson's version. And they do the whole scene where he goes into the, spoiler alert, they do the whole scene where he goes into the museum, the art museum, and they play the Prince song and all that. And then after that story kind of concludes, they switch over and he becomes the Heath Ledger Joker, which is dope. Thanks for my reminder, Big Mac Bricks. He's playing on PS5. I have it on PC. Yeah, it's so good. Biggest laughs with the trolls in Rocket League last night. Total trash talk after they went up 3-0. I laughed so hard when I tied it with 2 seconds left and then won in overtime. Nice. Well, I guess Danhausen didn't curse you because you're safe. I don't know how many of you guys are into pro wrestling or into the NBA, but I'm a pro wrestling fan. I'm an NBA fan, but not quite as big. Pro wrestling is always going to be my jam. And the whole story that's going on right now with this pro wrestler, Danhausen, who first cursed the Knicks, and then they started losing, and then he got paid human monies, and so he uncursed the Knicks, and they went on a 13-0 streak, and they're now 3-1 in the finals. And man, if they win the finals, That's gonna be so wild. That is gonna be so wild. I hope if they win, they need to give Danhausen a special place in the parade. He needs to get featured because he has made this thing so fun and entertaining. Danhausen is such a great pro wrestler. He is such a great character. He just keeps it so entertaining. Is this a one? All right, this is just a one. But yeah, Legacy of the Dark Knight, so fun. I mean, even if you're not into Batman, you can have fun. You can have so much fun because it's still Lego. And it's got all the silly Lego fun. Everything turns into studs when you smash into it. You got to build things in the game. Just great. Top-notch game. Very, very happy Lego has made this game happen. Did I? No. I just tried to repeat a step. Like, what am I missing? I don't know anything about car soccer though. That's a new one for me. Never heard of Rocket League. So you drive around in a car and smash soccer balls? Is that how that works? Cars and soccer. That's the only way I can figure that works in my brain. Drive around in a car and smash soccer balls. I don't even know what the heck I'm building. Oh, it looks like it's going to be like a fin or something. Interesting. Interessante. Double. Anyways, what's everybody else up to right now? Oh. Oh, I see. Rocket League is a tough game to be good at, and yes, drive a car around and try to hit the ball into the net. That sounds wild. I feel like I would be terrible at that game. Driving cars in video games is already a challenge for me. Even though I've played a bunch of games like Forza. Forza is really fun, but I wouldn't call myself like great at it. Even playing the Batmobile in this game, I tell you one of the things I don't like, which is not very much, but this new Batman game, maybe the only thing I don't like about it is the Batmobile when you're driving around, because they have achievements you have to do. You got to go around and do races in the city, which is cool, except there's no e-brake. There's no emergency brake. There's just there's reverse, which works okay. But most of the races, so you got, your acceleration, but then you've got your rocket booster that Batman has. And you pretty much have to race the entire race in full rocket booster if you want to get first place. And there's no e-brake. So you cannot do a tight turn. You pretty much have to slow down in order to take tight corners. That's one thing maybe the only thing I don't like about the game is just the lack of e-brake, but I'm getting a little bit better at it. It's just annoying that they only have reverse and not a actual tight turn ability. All right, let's get this wing on here. That is dope. That looks so good. Are we gonna clip in there? I'm not used to having 4 of these at the same time. There we go. All right. Ooh, it's adjustable left and right. Oh, I keep knocking this gun off. Oh, there you go. Maybe it's because it wasn't on there fully. That's one reason, MC. That's one reason. Rocket. Oh, let's see. I'm still terrible, really, but it makes me laugh. I love Forza Horizon. Just open world. Yeah, I really like Forza Horizon. I played which one? I have it on my computer. I haven't played it in a long time. I got super deep into it, and then I don't remember why I stopped playing. Forza Horizon 4. Yeah, it was a really, really good game. I tell you what car I like in that game a lot is the Porsche 911. Oh my goodness, I love that Porsche 911. I will smoke the races. Oh, and then the Lego World. When you can go into Lego World in Forza Horizon 4. Oh man, that is so much fun. That is so much fun. Did I skip a step again? I'm always off by a stud. Would everybody pick up? Anybody pick up sets for the 1st of June? Did anybody get any June releases? Where is this piece? Oh, there it is. 4 is the best one. Great map, and yeah, the 2 expansions. Yeah. My neighbor got me into playing that game. He's got a full. Actually, now he has 3. When he first showed it to me, he only had the 1. Now he's got 3 full up sim racing rigs, and he's so good at it. And so I ended up getting it because of playing at his house. Man, what a game. What a game. Did it again. No, I didn't. What is happening here? 1, 2, 3. Something is off. Something is definitely off. 1, 2. Missing a layer. Missing a layer somehow. Gotta go back. I gotta go back. You know what? I'm gonna tear it all apart and start from scratch because my brain ain't working. I'm messing stuff up. So let's just start from scratch. I picked up all 4 of the edition's soccer highlight sets because they were on sale. Oh, I'm not into soccer. It's just, I don't know. Maybe if I saw it live. I think that may be my problem. I've never seen soccer live because I kind of had the same opinion about hockey until I saw hockey live. But even still, I still only like hockey live. I don't enjoy watching hockey on TV. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. But I do enjoy hockey in a live arena full of fans. That is a lot of fun. But soccer, I've just never been able to get into. I don't know. Just never did it for me. But I get it. Everybody's got their sport. I'm a pro wrestling guy. That's my jam. Pro wrestlings. Now something else feels off. All right. I love soccer. It is better live as you can actually see the plays develop properly, but hockey for the pace. Yeah, hockey is wild to watch live. I really enjoy hockey live. And the fans are nuts. Hockey fans are nuts. I totally love it. It reminds me of pro wrestling. It's just people that are crazed because they love their sport so much. I'm kind of assuming the soccer sets will pay for themselves by selling the minifigures. Yeah, maybe. We'll see if that market assessment is accurate or not. I I don't know. I've tried to avoid the investing Lego thing because I never seem to know what is the right stuff to invest in. So I kind of avoided it thus far. I figure if I, just get lucky to get something for free or whatever, like a GWP that I didn't necessarily want, but I got it anyway, then maybe I'll take a chance. But I haven't really gotten into going out and buying sets for the purpose of investing. I kind of feel like YouTube and the internet in general has kind of messed up the whole Lego investing game, especially when you see all these stories about people with like hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of stolen Lego. Like they've got 18 wheelers full of stolen Lego. You're like, oh, God, you guys are messing it all up. I wish luck to anybody that can do it, but I just don't. I've avoided it thus far. Whoop, whoop. All right, what's next? Well, I got to bring it back over. I guess if you got the money to, what's that old saying? It takes money to make money. You got the money to take that chance, then go for it. All right, let's see. This, this, and these. Boy, all this black on black is getting tough. They got yellow boxes around it, but it's a lot of black on black at this point. This has been a great build, though. I really have enjoyed this set. It's been tough waiting till my next stream to build. I just want to build all the time. I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Great song. Great song. I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Oh no! Oh no! Get out of there! Where did my tweezers go? Like, oh no! Oh, how did that happen? My stupid fingers. It's like inside the Batmo or Batwing. Oh my goodness. How does this happen? There it goes. That was ridiculous. All right, let's try this again without dropping it inside the Batmobile, Batwing. I keep saying Batmobile. Well, I wish I had the Batwing in the game. That would be dope. Oh, good grief, yes. I don't collect sets at all, really. These are just a good deal, and they should be really fun to make. I don't have money to invest that way. I hear you. I don't either. And I just get really frustrated with myself when I think I got, I'm like, oh yeah, I can buy this and I can sell it and make money, and then it doesn't do anything, and you're like, ugh, now I'm stuck with this thing that didn't make money. Oh, here we go. Rolling Stones. I see a red door. It's amazing that they're still around. Absolutely amazing. Aerosmith is another one. Even though they retired, but then Steven Tyler is back to singing. I don't know what's going on with that. That kind of frustrates me because we had tickets. My family bought tickets to go see Aerosmith for their retirement tour. And then Steve Tyler had his voice injury and he had to have surgery. And so the concert got delayed a year. And then after the year, they went back on tour. They did like 2 or 3 dates. And then they came out and said, actually, we're going to retire completely. Steven Tyler's voice still isn't recovering the way we expected. And he's just retiring from music. And now he's back out there making music and singing. And I was like, what? I thought y'all were retiring. I really wanted to see you guys one last time. I was supposed to take my daughter. We were going to go see it together because I've seen Aerosmith live. But it was just going to be an awesome experience to take my daughter to go see it. And then canceled. And now I don't understand what his status is, but I still love him. I still love Aerosmith. They're my favorite band of all time. It amazes me that they've been together since like 1969, I want to say. All original members. And still an amazing band, in my opinion. But I just don't know what they're doing. Obviously, they deserve to retire if they want. I just wanted to see him one more time and take my daughter. Would have been an amazing full life moment. I got to see him as a young man. I was going to take my daughter to see him as a young lady. No such luck. I did get a refund, but I would have rather have seen the concert. Oh boy. This thing is getting chunky. Oh, I see. I think. Am I just not pressing hard enough? Oh, there we go. Yeah, again, when he said he was retiring because of his voice, I was like, I get it. The man has been screaming for decades. So I get it. But then he's back singing now. So I'm like, why did you guys declare you're retiring? And then within a year, Steven Tyler's back out there singing. I don't understand. I just wanted to share an awesome moment with my kid, but yeah, I was my arthritis. That's another thing, you know. I Part of the reason I haven't been as active on YouTube. My arthritis has been killing me recently, and I realized I can watch and type on my phone, but my hands hate it. And so I was waiting to get my computer back. I started going through and answering comments yesterday, but I still haven't had a lot of time to sit down and really watch anybody's content. But again, I'm hoping by next week, knock on wood, I'm hoping by next week I can get back to some sort of normalcy. No promises, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Every day's a mystery to me, y'all. Every day's a mystery to me. Don't even know how I'm going to wake up feeling from day to day. One of these guys and one of these guys. Yeah, my hands were not pressing hard enough, I guess. This almost looks like a rocket ship I'm building now. Nobody answered. Did anybody get any of the June 1st releases? I'm assuming I'm done with all those. All right, we got a cockpit cover. How does this connect? Does it just sit on there? That's it. It just sits on there. It doesn't connect by any studs. I have a feeling this is going to fail the swooshability test. It's not actually like in there. It just sits in the middle. All right. Oh wait, hold on. We got more pieces coming in. Maybe this will help do something. Maybe it'll snug it up a little bit. Nope, on June 1st releases here, I definitely need to build backlog and save allowance now. I understand that for sure. No, this still does not have any way to like really lock it into place, which is quite strange considering the way Lego does pretty much everything. No, it's still not locked in. That is so weird. I realize it's going to sit on the wall. Trying not to mess it up. It's going to sit on the wall like this, but it can also sit on the stand. I don't know. It's an odd choice. An odd choice for Lego. Is that it? Is that the end of bag? Yep. That's the end of bag 12. Let me get my. Actually, let me bring in the top cam so you guys can get a look at it. But I think the only thing we got left to do now is build the stand. Ooh, look at that beauty. I mean, she takes up almost my entire camera frame. Wild. All right. Let me get a picture too. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's a terrible picture, MC. What did you do? Boom. That's better. Oh, yeah. It looks great. It's got so many things going on. It's got these little, I assume these are like air brakes come up. You got the guns. You got more guns. You got more guns. So many guns. You got these adjustable wings here. You got a little, oh, yeah, you got your cockpit that comes off. You got your adjustable levers here. Stickers, unfortunately, but you got your computer consoles all in here. His seat, Batman's seat, even though he's got the rubber cape on this one. It's kind of funny that they chose to do rubber cape and not I guess technically he could lay down. But yeah, not the cloth cape like you would expect on this one. Dual batarangs, because Batman ain't Batman without dual batarangs. Yeah, that boy looks amazing. Badoom! All right, final bag. It seems like a lot of pieces for just a stand. Oh, what did I do? There it is. Like I know there's a sticker over here I need too. A plaque sticker, unfortunately. Back before they started printing the plaques. True, true. I definitely want it to be sturdy, except I'm only building the stand for the sake of using up the pieces. The stand is probably going to get tossed in a bucket because I plan to hang it on the wall. In fact, I'm thinking about redoing things because right now I've got my 89 Batmobile and my Mach animated series Batmobile hanging side by side. And the Batlight, the Batlight has been hanging up above the two Batmobiles. But I'm thinking I'm going to rearrange some stuff on the wall and I'm going to hang the Batwing above the two Batmobiles, maybe put the Batlight down to the right somewhere. And then I got to move some of the other stuff that's currently on the wall, but are less important. But I haven't fully figured out what I'm going to do yet. I'm just doing a little mental planning right now. It's been like 50 years and it's still hard to put a minifigure in a build. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the set, but yeah, it's kind of funny that they don't think these things out sometimes. I guess maybe they intend you to put the minifigures on the stand. Yeah. They have you build one of these. They've got one of these guys going on that you put your minifigures on, which I guess I get, but I'm starting to think. I used to be really happy with all my Batman minifigures being on the table in front of me, but now they're like constantly getting knocked over. So I'm considering buying a display case specifically for my Batman minifigs. Or the other thing that I might get, I'm still up in the air about it. I've seen this one go around. They have it for they have it for Iron Man. They have it for Spider-Man. They have it for Batman. Is this like book? And it comes with a bunch of non-Lego branded minifigs, which I don't know what I would do with. I don't necessarily want all those. I just like the idea of the book that I could put all my Batman minifigs in, and it's got the big Batman logo on the front. It's pretty cool, but I haven't seen any reviews on it. So I don't know if the bricks are any good. I don't know much about it. So I'm still on the fence when it comes to that. But I like the idea of it. But I probably will just bust down and buy a display case. If I'm being honest with myself, I'll probably just buy a display case. I do like the display cases. They look really nice. And they help prevent dust. That's what I did with my bat symbol. Then I ended up using it anyway. You put your bat symbol in a display case, or what? It's been a blast. I'm going to hop on stream and mess around. Okay, cool, man. Have a good one. Yeah, I love my Batman minifigures, but they're starting to get. I don't want them to get all messed up from me constantly knocking them over. So I'm always moving my computer from over here to over here. Like when I'm doing video editing and stuff, I'm always having to move it back and forth. So my minifigs are always getting thrashed. So annoying. I like displaying more of the shoebox. I would like to display more of the shoebox of minifigures I have, but no space. Maybe build a better audience in my little corner. There's a couple different companies I'm looking at right now. I haven't really made up my mind, but the one is called Brick Accessories, BRICK accessories, like as accessories, but without the A. So anyway, Brick Accessories is one. And then the other one is Wicked Brick USA. Both those two companies look pretty promising. And the display cases aren't too pricey. So maybe look into those. For your minifigs, Home in My Shoes. I forget your name. Is it Aaron? I apologize. I'm so bad with names. My brain is telling me Aaron, but I might be wrong. But maybe look into those two companies. Brick Accessories is one, and like I said, Wicked Brick is the other. They both seem okay. I was right. All right. They both seem like pretty legit companies, and not too terribly pricey, which is what I like. I need affordable stuff. I don't care about the name. I care about quality for a decent price. Checking the sites now. Faux show. I feel like oh, okay, there's Joker's head. I'm like, where's Joker's head? I love that they did this version of Joker, because most of the Jokers you get are like the purple suit, but they gave us the black and white from Batman 1989, where he's got the feather in his cap, and he's got his face all painted up white with the little tiny lips. It was a good version, I think. Man, this is a lot of pieces. I am really surprised. I did not think there would be this many pieces in the last bag. Oh, he's even got the feather. I just noticed it. He's got the feather. Yes. That is awesome. Ooh. I need some H2O. I already had my Gatorade today. H2O. Gatorade. I got to. Especially now, this time of year, I get maybe a mile into my daily run, and I'm just drowning in sweat. It's wild. Because now the humidity is here. And by the way, it's Florida, so we're still preheating. We're not even into the summer months yet. We're still in the preheating season. So it's going to get hotter. I enjoy it personally, but I got to replace all of that I'm losing when I sweat. It's crazy how much I sweat on my runs. Now, I was like, isn't there another one? I'm actually amazed I remembered your name. I'm so bad with names. It takes me. No, I did not feel the earthquake. But I saw a video. So it's really funny. I have a neighbor who does English is hard, peeps, you know. Sourdough. She has her own home sourdough bakery. And part of that is she also raises all her own chickens. And so, because we're friends and we talk about it, my algorithm has become infested with chicken videos and sourdough videos, which is fine. They're entertaining. But I never would have looked up either one of those things. And so I got a video the other day that popped into my algorithm, and it was a lady who raises chickens, and she happened to have her camera out there recording her chickens at the time of the earthquake, and it was hilarious. The chickens were all just milling around, and then the earthquake hits, the camera starts shaking, it eventually falls over, and then the lady that owns the chickens eventually comes out, and all the chickens had freaked out. They had all scattered all around. And everywhere there was a chicken, they had laid eggs. They just scared the eggs out of them. It was awesome, but also hilarious. I was like, that is so funny. But no, we did not feel the earthquake in this part of Florida. I think it was probably more central Florida. I don't know. I didn't even look into it that much. I just thought it was hilarious. All these chickens laid eggs after they freaked out from the earthquake. His little, it's not a cape. It's like a waist cape almost. I don't even know what to call this. Cape for your waist. It is very difficult to put on. All right, there we go. I think I got it. Skirt? It's not even a skirt because it doesn't go all the way around. It's a waist cape. That's what I'm calling it. I'm going to build something out of bricks. I just need to design it. I just need to design it to get a couple more rows of minifigures on it. That's cool. I'm not a mock builder. I'm not good at designing things, so I rely on other smart people. I rely on other smart people to come up with those things. He's got the feather. I love this. Go in his hand. There we go. Once again, we've got the bad guy with the item in his left hand. I'm just saying, Lego has some sort of an opinion about left-handed people. Because the bad guys always have the items in their left hand. I don't know what Lego is saying. It seems to be saying something, though. All right, here we go. Stand building time. Stand building time. Yeah, I don't have the, I don't know. I don't have the brain capacity for designing my own stuff. I have so much respect for everybody who does, but I just don't have that skill, man. My brain doesn't work that way. I'm good at putting stuff together that other people design, but designing my own stuff, just not there. That would have been cool if I had felt the earthquake. It would have been the first earthquake I experienced in my life. I've lived through tornadoes when I used to live out in Oklahoma. I lived through tornadoes. Um, Living here, I've lived through hurricanes. Well, hurricane singular, but I have lived through several storms that might as well have been hurricanes. Never lived through an earthquake though, so that would have been a new one. That would have been one for to check off the old bingo card. So no earthquakes for me, and no volcanoes thus far. Although I have shot into a volcano before, so there's that. I have seen a volcano up close and fired into them. So there's that. I can at least say I've seen a volcano in my lifetime. Which is pretty wild, by the way. I don't know if anybody's ever seen a volcano, but they're pretty gnarly. My good friends Curtis and Kim are on their trek back home right now. They got a lot of hours to drive. They should be home tonight. This is really weird. I really don't know what I'm building right now. Well, maybe it's this. Maybe it's the up arch. You didn't like any of the options on those sites, Aaron? Or just too pricey for you right now? Um, I would agree with you, except this seems to be the standard. Lego loves their gray stands. Uh-oh, I did that backwards. I've only ever seen Mount Fuji. I experienced an earthquake. It was a minor. Just thought it was going by. Yeah, we live fairly close to the gun range, and so we hear the guns going off all the time. And then depending on which range, because there's a bunch of ranges, but depending on which range they're firing on, sometimes you can actually feel the reverberations from the guns going off at our house. So, sort of like an earthquake. Not exactly. I've definitely been on the ground during enough attacks, so I've felt that kind of stuff before, but Never a true, at least not to my knowledge. To my knowledge, I've never experienced an actual earthquake, so I'm not going to claim it. Not overly pricey, but they seem rather large for my space constraints, and I think I can design something that has a better minifigure to space ratio. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can design something and you already got the pieces, that's a better option than having to pay for something. That's just not in my. It's not in my wheelhouse. I have a lot of spare parts, but it's a lot of really small spare parts. English. So not a ton of stuff that I could build anything meaningful out of. Let's see. This, and this. Okay. I'm using pieces from the 1980s. Yeah, I can't say I have anything from the 1980s. I never had like legitimate sets as a kid. It was always just like the loose buckets of Lego. But I don't have any of that stuff. And then I've talked about it too many times, but I used to have a whole Bionicle collection, and I got rid of that when my first daughter was born. So I don't even have any of the early 2000s stuff anymore. But it's all good. The modern day stuff makes me happy, and for the most part, the prices can be rough at times. I just have I've had to make the decision in my head, or not the decision. Well, I guess it's also a decision, but I've had to come to the realization in my own head that I'm not going to own everything that I want. So it's all good. When you stop hoping to have everything, then you feel a lot better about what you do have, I find. Oh, wait a minute. Some of these are up-facing brackets, and some of these are down-facing brackets. Gotta pay attention, MC. Is the audio off? I hope not. I didn't touch anything. Let me go look at my version. Oh wait, I disconnected the audio over here. Hold on. Check. Oh, it is kind of crackly. Huh. That is really weird. Well, let me try changing up. Let me try changing up my. Let me try disconnecting my mic real quick. All right. How does that sound? Is that any better? No, it's still cracking. That is so weird. I literally didn't change anything. So I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna try something real quick. Yo, give me 1 second. Where is the audio option? Oh, maybe this is the problem. All right. Yeah. For whatever reason, it was using my webcam, my webcam microphone. I don't even know how that got selected. Does it sound better now? It wasn't even using my real mic. It was using my webcam mic. I didn't select that. I don't know what the heck StreamYard did to me. StreamYard, why are you setting me up for failure over here? Thanks for letting me know. I had no clue. I guess that's something else I need to check on every time I use my stuff now. I'm on a struggle bus lately with technology, y'all. Technology is just not my friend these days. Good? All right, sweet. Oh, I was supposed to build 2 of these? I hate when I miss that 2x. Oh my goodness. Another reason I prefer the 3D directions. It's always very big and obvious on the 3D instructions. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had no clue. For whatever reason, it did not select my real microphone. It was using the webcam microphone, which I don't know why the webcam microphone sounds like that either, but yeah. Obviously, webcam mic is terrible. Just blame YouTube. Yeah. No, I think this time it wasn't YouTube's fault. It was StreamYard. Wasn't like that at the start, huh? I wonder if my web. I mean, I don't like the way the webcam microphones sound anyway. But I wonder if the webcam mic is just dying. That's weird. It just randomly started going crackly. Anywho, what are you guys building right now? Anything fun? All right. Back up to speed. You're building the Endurance. That's the spaceship, right? I believe that's the spaceship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I got one word correctly. It's a ship. Yo, I saw that that buildable pinball machine that's supposed to come out this year. I'm not super into the space theme, but that thing looks awesome. And I don't know if you guys ever played that space pinball game that used to come on all the Windows computers, but I used to love that pinball game. And it reminds me of that. I love the space pinball machine from the old, like Windows 98, I think it might have been. Maybe it was even Windows 95. I don't know. But the old space pinball game was the jam. Loved the old space pinball. Okay. Here. And okay, here and here. Endurance is the Shackleton ship that was stuck in the Antarctic. Again, I'm not smart, y'all. I don't know much about that. I don't know much about that. I remember seeing the Endurance as a set, but I don't know hardly anything about it. The pinball machine does look fabulous. What's up, Kim? Holla! Just got done driving for about 3.5 hours and passed it off to Curtis. Holla, Curtis! I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. I said you guys are on your way home. And you should be home tonight-ish. Aaron, it was so fun to watch your process from start to finish. Yeah, I need to get caught up on that. Like I was saying before, I really have been unfortunately very behind, but I've watched the first two. I haven't watched anything past that, but I really enjoyed what you've put out so far. I mean, what I've seen so far. So, what up, Curtis? There's just too much to know, MC. I watched the documentary a couple months ago, so it's fresh in your memory. Nice. I have gotten back into like World War II documentaries. I don't know why, but that's just been like fresh recently. I've just been watching that. Like I watched that one that they put out on Netflix that goes into like all of the history of Hitler and the rise to power and all that stuff. That was a pretty interesting one. And then I watched another one not too long ago. I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, I don't know. World War One, and in fact, I've been listening to some World War One and Two podcasts as well. I don't know why, but that part of history really fascinates me because, like, technology obviously wasn't where it is today, but it feels like it was far enough along that many people shouldn't have been duped. So I like to see what the mindset of the people were at the time that kind of drove that. I would almost call it a mass hysteria. It's kind of how I see it, but I love the music and watching you create it. It's so cool. How are you, friend? Putting your video on the big screen when we get home. Holla. I got wrote up at work yesterday for requesting. You got written up for asking for time off. That seems insane. You'd probably like the Shackleton one. I think it's still on Netflix. World War One and Two history is very interesting. I might check it out. It's just called Shackleton. Yes. The Batwing is basically done. Now it's just the stand, which, as I said earlier, I'm just building it just because this is going to get hung up on the wall. for insubordination over a PTO request? That's insane. I feel like you need a new job, Phil. I feel like that's insane. The Endurance and Shackleton, the greatest story of survival. All right, I might check that out. I have gotten weirdly into documentaries recently. I think that's a sign of getting old. You start liking documentaries. Yeah, this is definitely. Well, you remember the room, Kim, where I have the Batmobiles on the wall. I think I'm going to put this right up above the Batmobiles, and then I'm going to rearrange some of the other pictures and put the Bat light off to the side instead of above the Batmobiles the way I had it. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, he definitely needs a new boss. That is crazy. Today she emailed me and told me to put in my PTO request again that she denied. Yeah. Yeah, can you... Who's your boss's boss? That's who I'd be going to. Yeah. Yeah, that's insane, Phil. I would be going to your boss's boss. And if your boss's boss is insane too, I'd be looking for a new line of work. That is nuts. How is it insubordination to ask for time off? These people, man, they act like they own us. You don't own me. I provide you a service. You provide me a paycheck. And sometimes I need time off. Crazy people. Time for a big old sticker. Really hope I can do this without messing it up. Oh, this is a huge sticker. Oh, this is going to be tough. I feel like people that are going to be in positions of leadership should be required to have a full evaluation of their childhood. Were you bullied? You can't be a leader. I think I got that dead on. That's pretty wild. For such a big sticker, I think I got that dead on. Boss's last day is on the 25th. All right. Even more reason, because your boss's boss ain't going to care anymore. So they're not worried about getting in trouble. They're leaving. That didn't stay at all. Okay. Well, for the sake of the actual display, now, I'm going to wait. I'm going to build this last piece, and then I'll do that. That way it's not all up in the mix. So that boss is on the road, and these events are unrelated. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Yeah, I'm impressed at my own sticker placement. That came out almost dead perfect. I applied to clean toilets. I figure if my environment is going to be crappy, my work ought to be crappy too. I mean, if you're happy with it, Phil, whatever brings you peace and a proper compensation for your time. Peace is so important. I believe that more than ever in my life. Retired on active duty. I've never heard that term, but it doesn't mean that that it doesn't mean anything. It might be true. I wasn't that guy. I wasn't that guy. I kept working all the way up until my very last day. People kept asking me why am I still working, but I wasn't that guy. I kept working all the way up until my very last day. A display stand does not look up to the challenge. Well, you'll see in a minute. It displays like this. It's not going to be a high angle. But again, it's not going to stay on here anyway. It's not going to stay on here anyway. I'm just building it because it's in the set. Oh, well, that's odd. Now I'm confused. Where's the center? We'll just go from the center. There we go. That's a strange overhang. Ah. Completion of the build. Yes. I guess I could just dump all these spare parts out at this point because that's all that's left. We're making 2 little gargoyles. I love the little gargoyles. They really are fun. What are you building in the car, Kim? I feel like you should be building something. You should be doing let me come up with it. I'm gonna come up with something real quick. Let me think. Passenger seat. No, I got nothing right now. I need a thesaurus. I was trying to come up with another P word for building. I need a thesaurus. English is hard, peeps. You guys know. No, I think I had it right way the first time. Why would you build in the car? Why would you not build in the car? Every time is a good time to build. Gargoyle 1. That seems like an ass to lose pieces. I mean, you know, if you come prepared, it's not too bad. Nope, that's wrong again. This doesn't look right. Am I dumb? Well, that's part of the reason. I need to angle back because they're wings. I've built these before, and I don't know why they just don't look right to me, but I think it's the angle. All right. You are a thesaurus? Nah, not really. I'm not really good with the English. English is hard. I got extra feathers for the Joker. All right. Put my gargoyles on the stand. Can you teach my children that lesson, Kirkim? Yeah. All right, what's left? Let's put Joker on here. Let's put Batman and the little beatbox dude on here. What do I do with Batman? Oh, there he is. Batman. Doot, 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 doot. And that should be the end. Oh, there's a whole thing at the end talking about step by step. Oh, how to mount it on the wall. Oh. Fit your anchor and screw. Use one of the red Lego crowbars to remove the seat and cockpit. Oh, that makes more sense. I remember earlier I was confused about the crowbars being in the thing. I was like, what the heck are these crowbars for? They're just randomly in here. It's to use to pry out the seat so that you can mount it on the wall. Lego, you done thought of everything. Oh, it's got the 1989 bat symbol at the end of the instructions. Hold on. Nope, wrong thing. Boom. Look at it. Oh, it's so glorious. It looks so good. It looks so good. I love that. All right. Let's move this iPad out of the way. Let's give you guys a close-up of the minifigs. You got Boombox guy here from when they go to the art museum. Obviously, Michael Keaton's Batman, dual wielding the batarangs. And then you got the feather white face Joker and his little, he's got his little tail on the back. His waist cape, as I like to call it. I think they're all only single-sided faces, but man, they look fantastic, guys. And the little brick-built gargoyles. So good. Let's put them up there. Obviously, once again, the beautiful Batwing. You can pop the cockpit off. Got to be really careful here. You can see there's some computers in there on both sides. You get a good handle on this. More computers up front. And we showed off all the guns and stuff earlier. You got your air brakes, wings that moves in and out. And this bad boy just pops back on there. Such a weird fit, though. It really, really baffles me that they don't have this, like, secured with studs in any way. It just clips, pops down in there, and now it's not even wanting to go back in. I'm looking like a fool. Come on. All right, I'm going to pop this off. Make it easier. Boom. All right. Now it's in there. All right. Yeah, the figures do look great. Oh, I missed a bunch. Holy cow, I missed a bunch. Waiting on a Chow Brick set. Nice. I don't know what Chow Bricks. I assume that's an alt brand. Date night tonight, but I guess the VP of facilities is calling me when I get off tonight. Okay. I need to decide what I'm doing next from the backlog. Maybe I'll try a postcard. I got my Germany postcard I still need to do. I'm definitely excited. I thought about building that one today. Wait, during your date? Hopefully before, yeah. Postcard builds I love the postcard builds. And if you missed it, Aaron, you can go back in my lives. I did one a while back where I showed how you can actually build the frame to make the whole thing wall mountable. Hopefully on my drive home. Yeah, it does look good. Thank you, Kim. Why? Because she wrote you up, or you're asked. Been such a long time since I watched that one. Different BP from a different department. All right. Yes, I like the little waist cape too. That's pretty dope. I'm technically under the student life, not facilities. I don't understand colleges at all. Very cool stand for the characters, like the dental work. The dental work. Detail at the top of an old building. That's a term I'm not familiar with. Looks great. Going to be a dust magnet. Yep. That's all right. It's Batman. It's worth it. I watched the frame one. It was good. I might need to rewatch it. I think I have the 5 postcards in total, but I've only built one. If you look in my posts, in my community tab, I definitely posted the instructions up there. So if you don't want to waste your time watching my video, I'm pretty positive I posted the instructions on how to build it there as well. All right, let's test this out. First of all, let's see if I can get a handle on this thing. I don't think I can swoosh this. I don't think this is going to be, I don't think it's going to pass any swoosh test. It's so big. Hold on. Hold on. I got it by one hand, guys. All right, here we go. Let me make some space. I don't want to smash anything. Pray for me. If this slips out of my hand, we're in trouble. Let's do it again. Boy, uh-oh. Little tiny piece came off. But otherwise, let's do it again. The piece is back on. Oh, it's so swooshable, peeps. It's so swooshable. If I had bigger hands, it would even be even more swooshable. All right, let's see. It goes in, oh, it goes in here. All right. All right, this is difficult. It is more difficult to put it on the stand than it is to swoosh it. And I just broke a piece off in my hand trying to put it on the stand. What did I break off? Somebody's trying to call me. Looks like a scam call, so they're going to go to... I'll figure that out in a minute. It's more difficult to put it on the stand than it is to swoosh it. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. There it is. My friends, my peeps. The Batwing on the stand. It's honestly kind of scary. It's honestly kind of, yeah, I'm taking this off. I don't like that. It was always going on the wall, but that's kind of scary. This thing's heavy. This thing is heavy. Now I need to figure out where I busted this off from. I don't see any missing pieces. That's the weird part. I'll figure it out afterwards. Oh, man. Is the Pirate Day with Home in My Shoes and MC happening? We talked about it. I think we're going to do it at some point. It also happens that is Batman Day. The 2 days synced up. So it's kind of funny. Dental work is the in and out comic features you see at the top of old buildings or underneath the... Oh, okay. You learn something new every day, peeps. Thanks, Aaron. Clip that. Nice swoosh. Yes, I'm impressed. Definitely clip that. Pirate Day is tentative right now. It's pretty far in the future, I need to sort some technical stuff, and MC needs to decide if it's Pirate or Batman. I told you we could just do Pirate Batman Day. But yeah, we talk. We'll try to discuss it more as it gets closer. I can understand the difficulty of that decision. Not sure I had. Yeah, I don't like the stand. I mean, it needs more reinforcement if you were going to use this for serious. I would say it's not like the center. I think it's this. I think these little arms right here, even though they're Technic, I don't think there's enough. I think it could have used a couple more layers of bulkiness. It was always going on the wall, though. Yeah, it needs more support. You're an architecture dropout. This is going to drive me nuts now, not knowing where this piece came off of. I don't see it anywhere. That's always the worst, when a piece just like pops off in your hand and you have no idea where it came off of. And then you start breaking other pieces off as you search for the piece that you broke off. Let's see. Let's see if it's something on the bottom. Oh, that's right. It's got wings on the bottom, too. I forgot about that. See? What did I just say? I broke something else off in the process of looking for what I broke off. Oh, my goodness. All right. Put her down, or we absolutely wreck it. All right. All that's resecured. This is one by one piece that I don't know where it came off of. I don't see anything missing. Everything looks correct, but it came from around where my hand was touching the backside of the Batwing. Ah, I found it. I found it. I found it, peeps. One tiny little piece. That is a terrible phenomenon. I'm sensing some review content here. It's fine. You won't miss it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a review. I hadn't really thought about it. I guess I did do a review of the Pokemon set that I did on the live stream. I could do that. I don't know. Like I said, I got to get my recording software figured out. I got to figure out what I'm going to re-recording with moving forward, because my current situation just doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. All right. I'll take a picture of this later. I can take a picture of this later. Especially once it's mounted up on the wall. Oh, yeah. Well, does anybody want to keep hanging out, or are you guys bored? You guys let me know. There's only 3 people in the chat, so if you guys are bored, we can wrap it up. It's been almost 2 hours. Or I have some brickheads here. I brought 3 different brickheads packs. Or we could do a smaller brickheads. I do have some other ones over here. Look, I actually have real pants on today. I got that one. Or I could do a pair of Iron Mans. Or I could do the Sega Genesis. I see Disney. You're getting off work in 20 minutes. 100 brickheads? Oh, the Disney 100, yeah. I love brickheads too, unfortunately. I have way too many of them unbuilt. I need to build them. It's hard to come up with intros for brickheads, though. So like that's why I kind of have resorted to just building brickheads on lives. I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not flexing. This is an admission that I have a problem of I have all these brickheads, but I never build them. I should probably drop and get some supper started here. Need to start doing some brickheads, I think. Yeah, I definitely need to build some of these brickheads. I'm not flexing at all. I have more brickheads over there. This is a problem. It's not a flex. It's an admission of problematicism. English art. How about this? We'll just we'll start with one singular brickhead, and then maybe we'll build another. If anybody's still on. Oh! I bought these in pairs, some of them, because I was like, oh, well, there's the regular Iron Man, and then there's like the, what is this one? Iron Man Mark V. What's up, B Bandits? Thanks for coming, Aaron. Appreciate it. I will solve your problem. I don't have those. You don't have what? What did I miss? What did I say? I'm doing all right, B. I just finished up finally building the, I'm gonna try not to break anything else off. I just finished up building the Batwing. And it looks amazing. Very black, if you can't tell. But I love it. You don't have those brickheads. I can't wait to solve the problem. Just send, oh. I want them all. I just haven't built them. We'll start with the standard Iron Man. Thanks, B. I agree. It is an amazing set. And I got it on a really good deal, so I was very, very happy. I know, Kim. I know. It's kind of weird. When did Lego switch from the actual bases that were meant specifically for brickheads to just giving us a little 4x6? That's kind of sad and disappointing. Also, no QR codes on these. You'll be driving but listening? All right, brother. No sweat, no sweat. Guys, you guys let me go all this time with no dad joke of the day? You know, a friend was asking me the pros and cons of living in Switzerland. I told him the flag is a big plus. I can't believe I made it that far and nobody said anything about the dad joke of the day. You guys let me fail live on the internet. Let's see if this Brickheads is actually on the app. Safe driving, Phil. Well, yeah, you weren't here, but Phil was here the whole time. And Phil let me fail live on the internet. 41590. 41590. Bam. I like when they're on the app. I know you were driving. I'm just playing. Him. The flag is indeed a big plus.
What are you up to, bee bandits? What are you up to, buddy? Ow! Trouble has arrived. Trouble has arrived. In the car 13 hours yesterday and 18 hours, but yeah. Well, yeah. I understand, Kim. I was just giving you a hard time. And again, I was mainly directing that comment at Phil, who was here from the beginning and let me fail. In the new YouTube update, there's a feature called direct messaging, and the like button on shorts is a heart prototype. YouTube is becoming like Instagram. So YouTube actually has a messenger app now. I would like that because there's certain people that don't do social media at all, but I'd like to be able to like communicate with them. So I think that's awesome if that's real. If that's what you're saying. Yeah, I just finished watching Mexico do their business against an awful South Africa. I assume you're talking football. He's driving and can't defend himself. He doesn't need you to defend him. He talks enough trash on his own. Chaos Crew. I'm up to basically nothing. I stayed up all night and then slept. Well, I tell my children all the time, B, life's all about choices. But when you choose not to sleep, you end up paying for it the next day. But life is all about learning as well. So hopefully you learned something from that. Let's see. Not direct messages on YouTube. I would like it because again, there's certain people that I'm friends with on YouTube, but they are not on any social media at all. They don't like social media. They don't want to have any sort of messenger, but I would like to be able to talk to them sometimes. So I think it would be cool, but I understand why other people wouldn't like that as well. I saw the feature when I opened YouTube today. Oh man, I'm going to have to check that out. People are going to send feet pics. Oh, Jesus. Your brain would go there, Alex. Your brain would go there. Ew. It's summer. Enjoy. Oh, it is summer. I didn't think about that. All right, I'm going to attempt to eat some crackers, guys, and not choke to death like I almost did on my last live stream when I ate my Cajun trail mix. That was horrible. People have foot fetishes. Not my fault. Yeah, well, I think you have chest fetish because you like to show yours off. You want to talk to me? Send me a postcard. Ew, I'm not sending you any feet pics. It's right next to the YouTube notification button. Oh, now you got me interested. I don't see that. Maybe it's only rolled out to certain people. I don't even see that option. I'll look at it later. Gonna have to check out the creator spotlight. I don't know what that is either. Alex, what? No, I'm not. You have the foot fetish apparently, Alex. I sent Brandy a picture of my pedicure and said, "Don't sell this." I'll send a screenshot in the Discord. You guys are wild. Oh, a screenshot of the button. All right, I see what you're saying. Alex messed me up. I was still thinking feet pics. I was like, man, you're gonna send your feet in Discord? I'll pass, Alex. I have ugly feet. And if I'm being honest, I think most people have ugly feet. I don't think feet were really meant for that. Don't think I haven't thought about it. Oh man. After the gas prices of this trip, now. Yeah, we're only driving 3 hours away, and I'm already not liking the idea of the gas for that. The gas prices are definitely wild right now. Although they have started coming down a smidge where I live. I don't know about everybody else, but they've come down a smidge. My wife and I had a conversation about doing it. Ew. We are finally sub $4. We are yeah, we're under $4 here. Yeah, I know it's a way to make money, but I'm not into that. Not even a little tiny bit, not at all. I'm not interested in it, and I'm not interested in doing it. None of it is for your boy MC. I know it. People on 90 Day do it all the time. What is 90 Day? I don't know what 90 Day is. Nothing horrible about that. It was over $5, pushing $6. Yeah. Uh-oh. Almost put that upside down. California, Nevada. People from Nevada say Nevada. People not from Nevada say Nevada. YouTube isn't working out, so you got to pay the bills somehow. Well, thankfully for me, Alex, I still make enough money off of my retirement and disability that I don't have to go that route. I might not be making any money off of YouTube, but I'm not desperate enough to start doing that kind of thing. So I'm going to stick with being a mediocre YouTuber. In California, you got to do more than feet to afford gas. Dude, California has always been out of control. I remember back when I lived in New Mexico, one of the guys that I worked with lived in California. Like his family is all in California. And he would travel back from New Mexico to California all the time. And he drove a giant pickup truck too, like not like a 1500, like a 3500. And he would always complain about the gas prices in California. I was like, why do you go? Stop going. He's like, that's where my family is. I'm like, doesn't seem worth it. I say, yeah, Nevada. I say Nevada too because it's a Spanish word. Even though the locals will fight you tooth and nail on that. But it's a Spanish word. So I'm like, that's how it's pronounced. And they're like, no, it's Nevada. All right. You can be wrong. I don't care. Speaking of making money off of YouTube, Candy got monetized the other day. Nice. That's impressive. Can't say that I am. That's good for her though. Candy's doing awesome for sure. Got like 1.1K views on her live the other day. Sweet. I used to have a friend who told me he sold AI feet pics. Oh my gosh. He was not my friend after that. That's pretty funny. It's not just white people, Alex. Trust. It's everybody that lives in that state. They're just like super stuck on the idea that that's the name, that's how to pronounce that state. I know Spanish people that live in Nevada, and they say it's Nevada. In fact, I've known people that have literally said, if somebody says Nevada, you should punch them. Like they straight up believe that. I'm like, it's a Spanish word, but it's not a hill worth dying on for me. So I just let them feel how they want to feel. $1.1K on a live is crazy work. Dude, that live that I did where all those people showed up ended up doing 1,400 views. I got about 20 subscribers off of it, so that was pretty cool, but clearly that didn't last. Clearly that did not last. But it's all good. Yeah. Yeah. AI feed pics. Yeah. I've seen people butcher Encanto. Yeah. I'm losing hours, just can't stream and get them back because the Wi-Fi is plain and slow as Curtis without a scaly cap. Silly. I mean, yeah, the world is crazy. People out there eating wings with ranch. Oh, geez, here we go again. You and your wings. Your obsession with wings, I don't get it. You're you gotta not get yourself so worked up over something not that important, Alex. Just food. Appalling. Yeah, I'm sorry you're losing hours, B. I understand. My oh my God. This 1x1 tile just broke in half in my fingers. That's a first. My first, you guys saw it live. My first broken piece ever. It just snapped in half. That was wild. Hey, what's up, Bo? Excuse me. Oh, I appreciate it. That is awesome. You're the bomb.com. I mean, I think they're hard for some people to come by, and other people they just they're super natural and super lucky, and their followings just grow like that. Good to see you. Not the wings again. I like flats more than drums. Wings is our culture. Yeah. Well, you know, I would say whatever makes you happy, but it doesn't seem to make you happy. It seems to make you annoyed. So I'm with you, Kim. I like drums better than flats, but it works out because Mama MC likes flats better than drums. So we just split them. It's perfect. I have heard of Lego breaking before. I've never actually had it happen. It was a 1x1 tile, 1x1 square tile. It just snapped in half in my fingers. First ever. Bloop. Yeah, we can share for sure. Yeah, it was just I mean, thankfully they had an extra one, but it broke into two perfect, almost perfect triangles. Look, just snapped in half in my hand. That's the first time I've ever had a Lego piece break. But you can tell it's broken. Like it's not. They said it was two perfect triangles. It's really not. Of course, this isn't going to focus now. You can see where it's dented in the middle, or like indented on that part. Never had a Lego piece break before. No, it's not even brittle brown. It's red. It's maroon. What year is this set? I'll tell you in a second. It's a Brickheads. Let's see if it tells me what year this came out. 2017. 2017. So not that old. What, 9 years? 9 years old? I wouldn't, is this dark red? Is this considered dark red? You got this set from a bulk lot? I got this set from a guy on Facebook Market. Oh yeah, hi Lucifer. I'm not are you new to the channel? I don't recognize the name, but I apologize if you've been here before. Welcome. Everybody's saying hi. I did my first 1.5 long YouTube muted first. Oh, 1.5 hour long live and YouTube muted your audio. Oh no. Did you have music or something playing? I'm just happy to be here hanging out with you all. I'm happy you're here too, Alex. It is so little. It literally just snapped as I tried to put it on the stud. They muted audio on a short I posted because the owner decided to not have it anymore. Instead of allowing me to change it, they said they were taking it down. Dude, YouTube's gotten weird with audio. I don't understand what YouTube's doing. They're like killing their own business. That was like the biggest thing about YouTube was it was a place where you could just go and get anything audio video related. They're like killing their own business, I think. All right, dear friends, I'm home and I am off to spend time with the family. Have a blessed day. Because you know I do it all for the family. Oh no, he had to sneak that in there at the end. Thanks, Phil. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Have a great night, and I hope this stuff with work goes well. Red is brittle as well. Well, there it is. Bill's doing it for the family. Oh my goodness. Well, that's appreciated. I appreciate you stopping by, Lucifer. I am a weird channel. I don't have a huge following, but I appreciate everybody that comes. I love everybody, man. As long as you come to have fun and be kind to all the other peeps, you are welcome here. I had an old Gimli figure from Lord of the Rings, found him in a bulk lot. I held him like a jewel, put him on my desk, a little harshly, and his entire torso shattered. Oh no! My first casualty. I was amazed when 3+ years ago, when my daughter accidentally knocked my Yoda off the shelf and he broke in a bunch of pieces. None of the pieces broke. I literally thought it was going to be broken pieces, but nothing. Just came the other day with the huge influx fall in the. Oh, okay, sweet. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming back. I guess I did something you enjoyed. Since you weren't here for the beginning part, I have finished the Batwing. I'm being very careful with it. I don't want to break it now that it's built, but you can get a... I can't even see my own screen now. But it came out amazingly. So Batwing is done. And now I'm just building a BrickHeadz for fun. Let's give you guys a look at this beautiful 2017 Iron Man. Doot, 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 doot. Love that it's all printed. Printed eyes, printed forehead. That's it. No more, not a ton of details, but he looks really good. I was playing my own music on my new keyboard. I didn't play any covers. Man, that is so strange. I'm sorry about that. Did you try to appeal it and tell them, hey, this is my own created music? You can appeal it. They'll probably still tell you no, but I would at least try. Good to see you, Lucifer. Thanks for coming back. Yes. Yeah, that is sad, B. YouTube is like a middle-aged guy through a midlife crisis. Maybe buy a Corvette, maybe buy a jet ski, maybe go camping with a young college. Never know where it's going to go. Yeah. That was like 7 months ago. Now I'm not too gentle. Sometimes it snaps. Had like 8 casualties. Oh my goodness. You need to be a little more careful, B. It is. I agree. It does have a stand, but I put it on the stand earlier. I really think it needed more Technic bars because it was very wobbly. So, but I never planned to put it on the stand anyway. I'm going to hang it on the wall. I just built the stand for the heck of it because I already have the pieces. So the stand is going to get disassembled and just thrown in a bucket. It is a good BrickHeadz. Should I build the other one? Should I build the matching one? You should rebuild it. I had 600 views on a muted live. Well, hey, engagement is engagement, right? I would still go back though, and I would appeal it because you can appeal it when they do stuff. That is a good number of views on a live, especially for an hour and a half. That's awesome. That probably got you a lot of hours. So it's not short, B. It gets displayed like this. So it gets displayed flat like this. I don't want to put it on there again because it's just not, well, I'll do it. I'll do it for you peeps. I'm just going to be very careful. So that's how it gets displayed. But as you can see, it's kind of wobbly. I feel like it needed more Technic build in the middle so that it wouldn't be so wobbly. But again, I never intended to display it on the stand anyway, so it's not a huge deal to me. It's going on my wall. So it's the right height. It's just not sturdy enough for my liking. Candy was there and she thought it was me doing it intentionally, but still was supportive. Oh, that's so sad. I can't believe they did that to you. I am so sorry, Bo. I would go appeal it. Build it. All right. Joe is back. You guys are doing quite great. I have never had more than 50 views on any of my lives. Hey, dude, most of my lives have been like it is right now. So I'm in fact, most of the lives that I've done that have done more than this number of people were when I was streaming with you guys, doing tag team streams. But I've almost never had a big stream on my own. So that one where all those people came over with Lucifer in them, that blew my mind. I was a little bit panicky because I was not ready for that many people. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience, but I was totally blown away. Well, it helps if you type the right numbers in the iPad. There we go. Badoom. What's up, Senor? Your videos are so entertaining. Agreed. That's way too close for comfort. Yeah, I don't like how much it wobbles either. Although I have not attended a live for a while, though, I took a break from it a while to de-digitize. Yeah, I'm totally understanding you. I have definitely been not as active on the computer and in the phone as of late. People, Alex, you're fine, man. You're so crazy. Stop putting yourself down, man. You're doing great. Yeah, it's definitely going on the wall. I already have the 89 Batmobile on the wall, so I want it to go right above the 89 Batmobile. It's all right, Bo. I am hit or miss when it comes to attending lives because, as I've said many times, pro wrestling is number one for me. So if somebody goes live while wrestling is on, I'm watching wrestling. I love wrestling more than anything. So I did find the carcass of a moth who died in my cafe in Assembly Square. That's pretty funny. Digital cleanness. Digital cleanses are pretty good for sure. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes just walking away for a few days feels... Man, I keep seeing so many people talking about how they just completely get off of social media for like a few months. And they're like, oh man, my life is so much better. I'm so much happier when I'm not absorbing all the negativity that's on social media. So I totally get it. Thank goodness for tweezers and the little vacuum. True that. I agree. Lucifer best on the wall. Yep, it's definitely going on the wall. No doubt about it. Tell my manager I'm digitally cleansing when I skip Zoom. I don't know how well that's going to work out for you, Alex, but I hope it works out. Moth body, yuck. Dude, what is the deal with moths? Why is it that even if they're alive, if you touch them, they like turn to dust in your hands? They're like paper. Moths are like paper. I don't even think they're real. I think moths are fake. I'm just putting it out there. I think moths are fake. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. They're like paper, man. They just crumble in your hands. It was all dusty in that corner. Had to disassemble the booth and get the body counts. You got one of those little small, little hand vacuums that got the filter, so if any of your Lego pieces get caught up, you can pull out the Lego pieces. I got one. It's pretty good. I like it. I bought it on Amazon, and it's actually got a big chunky battery. It's kind of impressive how heavy duty it is. Although I don't use it enough. I definitely should use it way more than I do. Hope they can provide me some insight. Yeah, I would definitely go through the appeals process. I'll just say I tried it on one of my videos and they still denied my whole video. They didn't even like, it sounds like your live is still available to watch. They took mine off of YouTube altogether. So it was like I think it was like a 4-hour stream I did. and it's completely gone. I can still see it, but it's completely blocked. Nobody can see it anymore but me, which ticks me off because I had no idea. I agree. In Alabama, holla! Last state before we go to our home state. $10 from Five Below. I got mine on Amazon, but yeah, I mean, as long as it gets the job done, that's all that matters. I'll be speaking over Zoom with a manager. Damn. Alabama! Sweet home Alabama, where the sky's also blue. Don't judge me for my singing. Uh-oh, I better stop. YouTube will take me down. Better go check my email. It appears I'm still live. I'm looking at my own stream. It appears I'm still live. All right. I'm safe for now. Y'all let me know. Somebody text me if I get taken down. I gotta go appeal real quick. Candy gets kicked out of her own lives for no reason. It locks her out. I think that might be user error, though. I don't know, but Candy's definitely had some weird issues. And it's not like she's been playing music or anything, so I think hers isn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it might be I say user error. I think it just might be a technology error, not necessarily YouTube taking her down. Because she had issues when she was streaming with Alex too. I'll YouTube direct message you if it gets taken down. I don't know how to see it, but I appreciate that. I don't really know the technical. Yeah, I don't know a lot of the technical either. Don't feel bad. I don't know a lot of the technical either. I suggested she goes into airplane mode. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cell phone streaming either. That's another thing. But that's just my personal preference. I've got such a good setup with my cameras. I just prefer to do it this way. Even though it's, Kim can attest to this. My setup is quite ghetto, but it works for me. Candy got that wheat farmer internet. Interested to, yeah, I want to see how this direct messages on YouTube works as well. I'm interested. What's that all about? Someone messaged me on that, but it didn't say anything. I don't know. I just learned about it a few minutes ago, Bo. So B was telling us that YouTube has a direct messenger now. So I got to go figure that out after the stream is over. I was just recently wishing that would come back. It's coming back. Yeah, apparently it is back. Apparently it is already back. I cannot use my camera to film unless I go into airplane mode. Yeah, I just use my webcams. I prefer those. You were just talking about that. Yeah. Interesting about airplane mode. Ain't nothing wrong with the ghetto setup. It's ghetto, but it works for me. Yes, B let us know that it came back. Oh, show. No, your basement is awesome. I'm so jealous of your basement. I'm jealous of Kim's basement. I'm jealous of everybody that has these amazing Lego basements. I would love to have a Lego basement, but Florida, you dig down 3 feet and it's just water. Can't even take a picture unless airplane mode is on. All right, well, that seems like you might need a new phone, Joe. It's ghetto. It is totally ghetto. I haven't had a chance to look for it yet, Bo. But I'm gonna definitely find it. I'm definitely gonna find it. B. Bo is not on Discord that I know of. Anyway, I don't believe she's on Discord. Yeah. I like webcams. I just think they have the best quality. These are 4K cameras. Although I think my cell phone is technically 4K as well, but I just don't like cell phone recording. It's just I don't know, something about it that just doesn't work for me. But I know it works for some people. It's just not for me. You got to do what works for you, and this is what works for me. Internet issues, traveling. All right, it's fine. Yes. Wait. You mean YouTube? Never mind. Maybe it's still rolling out and all of us don't have it yet. Maybe 5 months until I can upgrade. Oh, okay. I had my last cell phone for 8 years. Actually, it was over 8 years. But it got to the point where it was almost like I drug that cell phone as far as I could drag it. And then it was to the point where I was afraid the phone was just going to die and I was going to lose everything. And so I was like, all right, it's time to upgrade. I think 8 years, 8+ years is long enough. So not there. I don't have the brain cells to figure out any more social media apps. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my phone is 4K. I just don't like recording on my phone. I know I'm weird, but I only use my phone and it's my only solution. I understand. I understand. I am on Discord, but I don't use it too terribly much. Shooting a live on a phone is, yeah, I have not done it on, all right, that's not technically true. I have done live streams on my phone, but it was in my car where I couldn't set up a webcam. And also, it was not 3 hours long. It was like 30 minutes to an hour or something. You know, I've never done like a long stream on my cell phone. I think I could use my DJI Pocket 3, but have not figured out how to do it yet. Hey, Google's your friend. But sometimes Google is your friend. At Censor. At Senor. Tell me how you really feel, Alex. But the phone can ring, beep, and carry on during other things, which is not ideal for a long life. Yeah, that's another reason I don't like doing live streams on your phone, because yeah, anything can happen. I like to have my phone free. You turn on D&D, it fixes that. Well, see, I don't want to do that either, because then what if my kids need to get a hold of me? I still got a kiddo living at home. So I like to have that option open. I do record all my videos on my phone, just not lives. I don't think anyone wants to know how I really feel. Alex always tells us how he really feels, especially when it comes to the Fast and Furious. Oh, he's got the little, oh, that's so cool. He's got the little things that make him, I don't know what the heck they're called in the movie, but the little pads that make him fly around. Yes, that is so awesome. I'll have to show you guys that close up afterwards. That is dope. 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. I think that's it. How do you feel, Alex? Oh, I did that backwards. I'll see y'all later. Have an awesome day. Internet, not interneting while on the drive. All right, Kim. Thank you for stopping by. Holla, holla, holla. Bam, 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 bam. Drive safely. Didn't realize. Yeah, they were out in California visiting their daughter, and they're on the way back now. So they're doing like an 18-hour drive today. I don't think you're going to see Kim on tonight, because they're going to be, after they get home, they will have been on the road for like 18 hours. So I highly doubt you will see her tonight, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh, he looks so good. Yeah, they definitely did a long drive. It's impressive. All right. Second brickheads of the day complete. I think. Yeah. All done, son. All right, who's ready for a top-down view? Boom, there he is. Printing, printed eyes. And then he just kind of looks like Iron Man. I like the little gold bar they use to act like some armor. Got some armor here. And then this is really cool. They put the little things in his hand like he uses to float, which is pretty sweet. So, Mark 1, Mark 5. Boom! I'm really disappointed that they stopped doing these. Lego got cheap. They stopped doing these. Disappointing, but what are you going to do? Anything more than 20-minute drive is too much for me. 20 minutes would get me nowhere. I wouldn't even make it into town in 20 minutes. I mean, in Brick Together stream, they could be on the road still by then. Oh, maybe. They just said they hit Alabama, so I think they got a couple more hours to go, but I don't know how much longer. I am Iron Man. I have to leave my zip code. I am flying. I'm telling you, man, 20 minutes within my zip code doesn't get you very far. Anything more than 2 hours away is too long. I got to drive a couple hours, about 3 hours tomorrow. 18 hours is too long for a straight drive. I've done 24 hours straight many times. Many times. I don't like it anymore. My body can't handle it anymore. But I've done 18 hours straight many times. 24 hours straight. Yeah, 18 hours is a lot. I used to do it by myself too. They're great because they're taking turns. They're switching off. One drives for a few hours while the other one takes a nap, which is excellent. I used to do these drives across the country completely by myself. Lots of monsters. Well, they live sort of up in North Georgia, so it might be a little more than 2 hours left. The only thing my body can do 18 hours straight is drink Modelo's. And eat wings. Drink Modelo's and eat wings. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. I can't do those long drives anymore. It absolutely wrecks my back. My back is totally messed up from my time in the military. So if I sit, like, as soon as I hit end on this stream and I stand up, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. just from sitting here in this very comfy chair. Now imagine doing 24 hours in a truck. Now you're cooking. Modelo's and wings, yeah. Good you're able to know you can do it. Worst case scenario. I could if I had to, but I don't want to anymore. It's so hard on the body. I'm usually good for about 3 hours. I've done like a 4-hour stream before. I think that's kind of my max. Otherwise, I mean, I did stand up a couple times during this stream, so at the earlier part. So that was helpful, but if I sit too long, it hurts. If I stand too long, it hurts. If I walk too long, it hurts. If I lay down too long, it hurts. So it's kind of just trading off one pain for another. Yeah. Yeah. You would think that if you just laid in bed, you'd be fine. Be like, if I just lay in bed for some hours, I'll be fine. No. Even laying in bed for too long hurts. Yeah, it is tough, Alex. It sucks, but that's why I keep exercising. I keep working out and trying to eat right and not drink a bunch, because all of that stuff just breaks down your body over time. So I'm trying to keep myself as active as possible, but without going full bore the way I used to. I find floor yoga really saves me. I have this whole DDP yoga. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but I have this whole yoga series on DVD. I need to find it. I was literally saying that the other day. I was like, I need to find that series so I can start doing it again. I can't do yoga, but I like to watch. You're a mess, Alex. Yeah, I agree. I need to start doing more stretching. Chair yoga, yeah. So the DDP yoga thing, there's this guy, he's a retired professional wrestler. His wrestling name was Diamond Dallas Page, shortened up to DDP. Well, right at the height of his career, he broke his back. And the doctors told him, you will never wrestle again. Your career is over. And he was like literally right at the point where he was about to win the world champion for the first time and go on to have this great career. He breaks his back and he's like, this is not over. I'm not done wrestling. And so he started doing yoga and calisthenics and all these other things. And so over time, he developed his own system of yoga that he deemed DDP yoga. And so it's a combination of yoga moves, calisthenics, and stretching. And that's the thing that he talks about on every episode. He goes, this is how I do it. Do it however you have to do it, though. If you have to hold on to a chair, like one of his biggest success stories was a guy who was on crutches. He had crutches on both arms, and he was way overweight. And he started out doing all his yoga just holding on to a chair. And then by the end of it, this dude is in phenomenal shape. He's running. He doesn't use crutches anymore. So it works. Alex, are you feeling all right today? Do you need me to get your meds and tuck you in bed? Chair yoga sounds like something you can do with your partner. Oh, goodness. Yeah, holding onto a chair is key. Yeah, I mean, if you don't, and I don't have good balance, so I've definitely used chairs and tables and stuff to help me with the poses because it gets tough. Well, peeps, we are done with the Batwing. We've got 2 new awesome brickheads. And we even swoosh tested the Batwing successfully. Chairs do help with the poses a lot. Oh, show. Speaking of yoga, I'm off to do mine. All right, peeps. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for everybody. Kim and Phil and Alex and B and Lucifer and who else was here? Joe. Aaron was here earlier. I thank you guys, all of you guys. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I didn't miss you on purpose, but squirrel brain. So thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys all very much. You guys mean the most to me from the bottom of my heart. So every time you guys show up, it makes my day a lot better. Not even a little better. Makes my day a lot better. So thank you. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then. Holla!